There was a moment, a dark, cold moment, when I hit what I thought was rock bottom. The kind of bottom where you don't just feel broken, you feel buried under the weight of every bad choice you've ever made. For me, that night was a battle with addiction, a fight against my own shadow, and a desperate plea for a light that seemed nowhere to be found. If you're sitting here today, wrestling with your own darkness, believe me, you're not alone. There is a way forward. And it begins with the clues left behind by those who have walked the path before you. My name is Babishya Kania. A decade ago, I was lost in addiction, my body and spirit ravaged by choices I thought I couldn't change. I struggled through illness, endured the crushing pain of loss, and stared down the barrel of despair more times than I cared to count. But here I stand, not as a tale of overnight success, but as living proof that transformation is possible. Why does this matter? Because success isn't a mystery reserved for the lucky few, it leaves clues. In this speech, I'm going to share the 5 life-changing habits that pulled me from the depths and can do the same for you. These are not just habits, they are lifelines forged from the fires of personal struggle. Each of the 5 habits I share today is a clue, an essential part of the map toward your breakthrough. They come from 2 major turning points in my life. First, the battle to overcome addiction and reclaim my health, and second, my recovery from a severe illness that threatened to end everything. Through these stories, you'll see not just the struggle but the power of these habits to rewrite your story. When I was deep in addiction, I told myself countless lies about my control, my worth, and my future. The first turning point was when I finally told the brutal truth, not just to others, but to myself. One night, after nearly losing everything, I looked in the mirror and admitted I had a problem. That moment wasn't easy. There was shame, fear, and denial swirling inside me. But it was the crack in the wall that began to let light in. Honesty is not defeat, it's the beginning of freedom. Start by journaling your truth daily, no matter how uncomfortable. Share one honest truth with a trusted person. Breaking isolation is critical. Practice self-compassion. Honesty doesn't mean self-judgment. Remember, transformation begins with the courage to face your reality without filters. Every great success story starts here. I want you to know, real change doesn't start with perfection. It starts with permission to be real. If I can do it, so can you. Your truth is the soil where your new life will grow. After acknowledging my addiction, the path forward felt overwhelming. Recovery seemed like an unscalable mountain. But I learned to break it down into daily, achievable steps, simple actions like making my bed, walking for 5 minutes, or drinking an extra glass of water. Each small win fired my motivation and rebuilt my confidence. During my illness recovery, I remember the first day I took 3 steps outside my room. It felt like moving mountains. I celebrated that small victory like it was a championship win, and it was. Mindset shift, progress, no matter how small, is progress. Identify one tiny habit to begin today, something manageable and non-intimidating. Track your wins visually, such as a calendar or a journal. Celebrate each step genuinely to build momentum. Small wins compound into profound transformation. Never underestimate the power of progress. Motivational reinforcement. If your challenge feels impossible right now, focus on what you can do just today. That's the secret. Do today what you need to do right now. Keep your eyes on progress, not perfection. Recovery and healing are not solo journeys. My breakthrough came when I stopped isolating and leaned into a community, friends, mentors, support groups who believed in me even when I didn't believe in myself. One of the hardest moments was asking for help, admitting I couldn't do it alone. But reaching out brought accountability and encouragement that kept me moving forward. When I faced my illness, the emotional isolation nearly crushed me. It was the calls, visits, and encouragement from loved ones that gave me the strength to fight. Mindset shift. Asking for help is a sign of strength, not weakness. Identify at least 3 people you can turn to: family, friends, professionals. Join a support group or community that aligns with your goals. Practice vulnerability by sharing your struggles with at least one person this week. Remember, connection powers your resilience. You don't have to walk alone. Motivational reinforcement. The most successful people surround themselves with those who lift them higher. Your support system is your backbone. Build it fiercely and nurture it daily. In my darkest times, I was controlled by overwhelming emotions: fear, shame, anger. I learned mindfulness to observe my feelings without being consumed by them. This habit transformed my relationship with pain. Instead of running from emotions or drowning in them, I learned to welcome them as teachers, guiding me toward healing. During a relapse scare, I practiced mindful breathing and observed the urge without surrendering. That moment saved me. Mindset shift. Emotions are signals, not commands. Start a daily mindfulness practice, even 5 minutes of focused breathing. When emotion arises, pause and name it without judgment. Use journaling to process feelings and uncover patterns. Mastering your inner world empowers you to respond, not react, to regain control over your life. Motivational reinforcement. Emotional mastery is not control through avoidance, it's acceptance through awareness. Your mind will be your greatest ally when trained with compassion. The final habit that transformed my life was discovering a purpose that fueled my recovery and growth. It wasn't about grand achievements. It was about finding meaning beyond pain, helping others, creating, learning. Purpose gave me a reason to keep going when days were dark and hope was fragile. After recovery, I began volunteering to help others struggling with addiction and illness. This gave my life new meaning and propelled me forward. Purpose transforms pain into power. Reflect on what matters most to you: values, passions, dreams. Commit to one purposeful action this week, big or small. Connect your daily actions to your broader why. Purpose is the flame that sustains you through the longest nights. Let's remind ourselves of these 5 life-changing habits: radical honesty, consistent small wins, building a support system, mindfulness and emotional awareness, and purpose-driven action. These are the clues left by success, habits you can adopt today to begin your own transformation. You are not defined by your struggles, but by the steps you take to overcome them. The path will be challenging, yes, but every challenge is an invitation to grow, to rise, to claim the life you deserve. Success leaves clues. Follow them with courage. Start here. Start now. Take that first honest step. Celebrate every win. Reach out for support. Master your inner world. Live with purpose. Your breakthrough is waiting. Go claim it.